All right, so before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping. I want to make sure everyone is staying muted. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot them in the chat, write them down. I like to keep everyone muted so that there's no distractions. We can go through the whole class, and then at the end, we're gonna have time for as many questions as you all want. So that's like the main thing. And you're going to need like a mat to get on the floor if you're going to do the floor exercises with us. You're going to need a chair because we're starting in sitting and then we'll get up into standing. If any of them is too hard or too difficult, feel free to just sit and watch or try to modify it the best way you can. This will be, we're going to do a little bit of a lecture and then we're going to go into our training. Okay. All right. Everyone is good. All right, here we go. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our February 2024 monthly webinar. We are featuring Amplitude training, specifically power moves with mobility. So we'll kind of get into a little bit more of a description. It'll give us a quick lecture, and then we're actually going to do the whole class together. Just a few housekeeping things. Like after we do our lecture, we're going to start in sitting. We're going to do our seated power moves, and then we're going to get up into standing, do our standing power moves, and then we're going to get on the floor to do all of the floor power moves. So at any point, if you have any extra aches or pains, or you're not feeling super comfortable that you don't want to do it, that's totally fine. You also get just a good benefit of watching it to start learning all the different moves. We're going to be learning why we do the different moves, different power moves. And then on top of that, I'm going to sprinkle in some mobility exercises. Okay. So this is myself. My name is Julia Freeman. I am one of the physical therapists at Rogue Physical Therapy and Wellness. We are located in Orange County, California, but we also have an online program that reaches across the U.S., but even outside of the U.S. We have a couple members outside of the country. I teach all of the classes, power moves, boxing, circuit, cardio, all of the fun things. We get nice and sweaty. And so that's a little bit about myself. I went to USC for the physical therapy program there, and all our instructors that teach these classes are all doctors of physical therapy. So our objectives for today is, the first one is to understand the importance and reasoning behind the power move exercises and mobility training, why it's good to incorporate mobility training. Then our second objective is that we're actually going to do the class. It's going to be a shortened class in a sense of we're not going to do as many repetitions, but we will go through every single power move in all the different positions and then add in some mobility exercises. Our third objective, we're going to also plan out how you can incorporate Amplitude training into your exercise routine, whether that's joining Rogue or using YouTube videos or finding an exercise class around your community. Those are all options. So quick little intro, what is Amplitude training? So with Parkinson's disease, your brain is telling you to move a lot smaller than you normally should move. So that includes just walking. People are taking smaller steps. That also means when you go from sitting to standing or rolling around in your bed, you're moving smaller, so you're not shifting your weight as much. You also have when you're stepping, whether that's going up or downstairs, your legs don't like to lift up as high. So those are all things that can happen with Parkinson's disease. And that's what amplitude training is all about, is that we're trying to retrain our sensory system to move as big and as powerful as you can. So amplitude training combats all the symptoms of Parkinson's. So a flexed posture, rigidity, so like stiffness of the muscles, slowness of movement, small movements, shuffling of gait, freezing of gait, all those things. Amplitude training in the study to the right has actually shown to improve your motor performance, so ability to move around your space, and just your general function. And there's two types of Parkinson specific amplitude trainings. One is LSVT Big, and the other one is power moves. So for LSVT Big stands for the Lee Silverman Voice Treatment Big. So it's an intensive and effective individual treatment. We're using it to work with people with Parkinson's to move their body more normally. AKA that means, can we move and teach you big movements so that when you actually go off into your everyday life, your sensory system finds something in between. The one thing with the LSVT Big is that it's a 1 month intensive program, 4 1-hour sessions per week, 4 weeks in a row. You have homework, you have carryover exercise. So it's a very intensive, specific set program that you have to follow, specific protocol. So with this one, there's a lot of LSVT trained physical therapists, occupational therapists, different therapists that are willing to do this intensive program with you. But at Rogue Physical Therapy, what we teach is Amplitude power moves classes. Dr. Becky Farley was the one that created the power moves. The reason why we do this is that there's not a set protocol. There's just different positions that we should be going into and different power moves. That's also super helpful to work on. So we have our power up, our power rock, power twist, and power step. So all of those things I'll be able to describe while we're going through our exercises, what it means, why it matters, what kind of symptom we're targeting in Parkinson's, all of those fun things. Okay. All right, so we're going to actually get started. I'm going to stop my sharing of the screen and so you guys can see me nice and big. So we're going to start sitting. I'm going to scoot my chair back. And start sitting in our chair. All right, so all of our power moves, we have 5 different positions. One is sitting, one is standing, then we're gonna get on the floor, one is hands and knees, one is on your stomach, and one is on your back. So there's a bunch of them. We're gonna go through all of them, and we're gonna also add in some mobility training. So a little bit with mobility is people usually ask me, what's mobility? Why does it matter? I kind of think of it as twofold. So if we think about flexibility, static stretching, that's just holding and stretching the muscle. Mobility is actually moving through the range of your flexibility, moving through that full range of motion. And also here at Rogue, we also define mobility as like practicing bed mobility, practicing crawling, practicing sit to stands, anything that you're doing like vertical mobility, horizontal mobility, just moving around about your life. But we're going to start off with all the power moves first in sitting. Then we're going to do a couple mobility exercises. And then we're going to get up into standing. So we're all sitting on our chair. Our feet are flat. You're going to scoot your hips all the way to the edge. You're going to step your feet out nice and wide. Okay, so we're sitting up nice and tall. So our power ups are the first power move that we do here. Our power ups is working on posture. With Parkinson's, we oftentimes have a flex posture or a stoop posture. So our power ups actively engages the back of our muscles, the back to strengthen the back of our muscles and stretch out the front of our muscles. So our power up looks like this. Our hands are on our knees. Drop your chest down as far as you can go. Feel that stretch. And then you're going to push your hands off, pull your arms back, sit up nice and tall. Arms are straight, fingers spread wide, chin is off your chest. This is your power up. We're going to do 10 of these. Hands on your thighs, drop down, and power up again. 2, down, and up. 3, down, and up. 4, down, and up. 5, down, and up. 6, down, and up. 7, down, and up. 8, down, and up. 9, down, and up. 10. Excellent. All right, we're gonna do our power rocks next. So the right forearm is gonna come down onto your right thigh. Your legs are still spread apart. Your left arm is gonna reach up to the ceiling and then reach over. So our power rocks is all about working on weight shifts. So people that freeze and have shuffling, they're not shifting their weight enough. And so that's what we're working on. We're exaggerating it. Then we're gonna switch left hand down on the left thigh, right arm over. You should also feel a stretch on the side body. Good, that's 2. Switch sides again. 3, switch. 4, switch. 5, switch. 6, switch. 7, switch. 8, switch. 9, switch. 10. Excellent. All right, we're going to go into our power twist next. So our power twist targets the symptoms of rigidity or extra stiffness, muscle stiffness, specifically in our hips and our trunk. So our starting position is arms are going to be out wide, legs are out wide. You're going to bring your right hand over to your left hand and drop your right knee down so that your right kneecap is pointing to the ground. Right toes are tucked under. Good. Then you're going to open up everything in the middle, stretch it out again. And then left hand comes over, left knee down. Good. That's 2. Open up and let's keep going. 3. Open. 4. Open. 5. Open. 6. Open. 7. Open. 8. Open. 9. Open. 10. Open. Excellent. Now bring your feet together. All right, we're going to do our power steps next. So our power steps works on lifting your foot from one position to the next, or just your feet for now, but we will do our hands. And so this works on, if you ever feel like your feet are stuck to the floor, working on these power steps, actively working on these is going to help with that. Okay, so we're going to lift our right leg. I bring my right arm out too, so I really have good posture. If you can, look at that right hand, then lift everything back together. So you got to actively lift that right leg, place in the middle. Then left leg, left arm comes out. Power step for 2. Together, switch. 3. Together. 4. Together. 5. Together. 6. Together. 7. Together. 8. Together. 9. Together. And 10. Together. You just did all the seated power moves. We did our power up, our rock, our twist, and our step. So we're going to go into some mobility exercises, and typically in our classes, we actually intertwine them a little bit more, just to kind of give a different and more variety. But I wanted to keep it separate today so you know what the power moves looks like, and then you also get some ideas of some of the exercises that we add on into our other classes. So we're going to start off sitting up nice and tall. You're going to have your feet nice and wide. Our first mobility is the shoulder mobility. You're going to reach your right arm forward as far as you can, and then you're going to reach it up and behind you. So we're trying to draw a really big circle with that right hand. And notice how I try to keep my chest as forward. I'm not kind of giving into my arm that's going back. So it's a pure shoulder rotation as far as you can go, up and around. Good, let's switch sides. So right hand on your thigh. Now left hand reaches forward, reach it up and over. Feel that nice big stretch of that left arm. Really reach it back behind you. Good, up and around. 2 more times. Around, 1 more. Excellent. All right, we're going to do some neck mobility next. So sit up nice and tall. Take your right ear, drop it to your right shoulder. You might feel a stretch on that left side. Good, then you're going to switch sides, left ear to left shoulder. That's 2, switch. 3, switch. 4, switch. 5, switch. 6, switch. 7, switch. 8, 9, one more. 10. Good. Look over your right shoulder as far as you can. Look over your left shoulder. One more time, right shoulder and left shoulder. Good. All right, bring your feet together. So we did our neck, we did our shoulders. Let's get a little bit more of a kind of spinal rotation. So take your right hand, place it on the outside of your left foot, or left knee, sorry, not left foot, left knee. Take your left hand, and if you can, reach for the chair behind you, kind of the back of it. And I want you to look over your left shoulder if you can. You're gonna feel a twist in your spine. Make sure it feels comfortable, or a little discomfort is okay. Then we're gonna switch sides. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right hand reaches back for the back of the chair. Look over your right shoulder. Good, so we're just holding that stretch. Let's go into the mobility portion of it. You're gonna switch again. Right hand to the outside, left hand back, look back. That's 3. Switch sides again. 4, switch. 5, switch. 6, switch. 7, switch. 8, switch. 9, switch. 10. Excellent. All right, let's do our hips now. Lift your right ankle onto your left thigh. So this is a figure 4 stretch. I love doing this exercise in almost every single one of my power moves class, because a lot of people put their shoes on this way, put their pants on this way. So it's very good to practice. Then switch sides, left ankle up and over. Feel that stretch. Good. Switch again, right ankle up and over. 3, switch. 4, switch. 5, switch. 6, switch. 7, switch. 8, switch. 9, switch. 10. Good. All right, sit up nice and tall. Kick your right leg out, toes up towards the ceiling. Right knee is straight. Slide the right hand down. You might feel the back of your leg light up. It's like a little stretch. And then we're going to keep switching back and forth. So right leg in, kick your left leg out, slide the left hand down. Keep that knee straight. That's 2. Switch. 3. Switch. 4. Switch. 5. Switch. 6. Switch. 7. Switch. 8. Switch. 9. Switch. 10. Excellent. Scoot your hips to the edge. Let's power up into standing. So everyone's coming up into standing. We're heading into our standing portion of our power moves. Okay. So what I like to do when we do our power moves in standing is actually turn the chair to the side so that if you need your balance, or you need to catch your balance, you have something here. Okay, so it's an option for additional support. If you want to challenge your balance and it's safe to do so, you're actually going to step away from it. So let's go back to our power moves. Our power up and standing. Your feet are wide apart. Okay, you get a good base. Our power ups here, they're still working on the posture, but now you're in standing. So we're going to add a squat in. So you're going to squat down, shoot your arms forward, and then power up. So open up those arms, stand tall for 1. Down and up. 2. Down and up. 3. Down and up. 4. Down and up. 5. Down and up. 6. Down and up. 7. Down and up. 8. Down and up. 9. Down and up. 10. We're going to do our power rocks next. So remember, in sitting, I'll be working on weight shifts. So now you can really see it in standing, because it's weight shifts is all about walking. If you don't unweight one leg, it's very hard to step forward or step backwards or wherever you're stepping. So our power rock, you're gonna reach to the right as far as you can, left hand down, right arm up. And if you feel comfortable to do so, reach so far, you're gonna lift that back leg up. Good, then you're gonna switch, shift over to the left leg, left arm up, right arm down, stand on the leg if you can, that's 2, switch, 3, switch, 4, switch, 5, switch, 6, switch, 7, switch, 8, switch, 9, switch, 10, excellent. Reset your feet wide again. Going into our power twist and standing, reminder that works on, the stiffness and rigidity of our spine and our hips, working on our trunk rotation. So arms come out wide apart. You're going to bring your right hand over like we did in sitting, but now you're going to pivot on that right foot. So hands clap together, right foot pivot, and then you're opening, and then left hand over, pivot on the left foot. 2, open. 3, open. 4, open. 5, open. 6, open. 7, open. 8, open. 9, open. 10, open. Awesome. Now bring your feet together. We're going to do our power steps. So make sure you have room to the left and the right of you. So if you need to move your chair away a little bit more, you can. So our power steps are working on unweighting one foot and placing it in another kind of place. All right, so our power steps, this is going to help with our shuffling, our freezing of gait, really working on unweighting one foot. We're going to start with side to side. That's our normal power steps. You're going to take your right leg, lift it up and out to the side, arms come wide. Now, push off that right leg to lift it back to the middle. Pause here. I want everyone to look down at their feet. You should still have some room between your feet. You don't want your feet close together. So still a little bit of room, about hip width distance apart. Let's do our left side. Lift it up and out. Arms comes wide. Good. Lift it back together. Let's keep going to the right. 3, together. 4, together. 5, together. 6, together. 7, together. 8, together. 9, together. 10. Awesome job. So those are all of our power moves in standing. We're going to do some mobility work. So with mobility, I also like to practice different directions of stepping. So we're going to go into forward steps. You're going to take your right leg. You're going to take a step forward. Arms come wide. Good. Then take the leg back and switch. Left leg forward. Arms wide. 2, together. Switch. 3, together. 4, together. 5, together. 6, together. 7, together. 8, together. 9, together. 10, together. So we did forward. Let's do our back steps. So I'm going to turn to the side so you guys can see what it looks like. You're going to take your right leg. You're going to take a big step back. Shift your hips back. Arms come forward as a counterbalance. Okay? Then our left leg comes back, big step, shift it back, right to left, that's 2. Switch for 3, together. 4, together. 5, together. 6, together. 7, together. 8, together. 9, together. And 10. Together. Excellent. All right. Another thing that I like to work on during mobility classes is that we're going to do some heel raises. So that works on our calf muscles. So if you're someone that has a little bit challenge with balance, feel free to bring the chair closer and hold on to it. You're going to push down your toes into the ground. You're going to lift your heels up as high as you can for 1. Bring them down, back up. 2, down. 3, down. 4, down, 5, down, 6, down, 7, down, 8, down, 9, down, 10, down. Excellent. Grab your chair so you can hold on to the back of the chair for this. You're going to step your feet wide apart. All right. Have your hand if you need it by. You're going to shift over to the right knee. You're going to bend your right knee, straighten the left leg, sit your butt back. You should feel a stretch through the left inner thigh. If you don't, then you got to get your feet even wider. Shift your weight over to the other side. Feel a stretch in the inner thigh. So now we're mobilizing our inner thighs. Switch again. For 3. Switch. 4. Switch. 5. Switch. 6. Switch. 7. Switch. 8. Switch. 9. One more. 10. Good. Stand up. Reset. All right. We're going to do a little bit of mobilization of our spine now. So we're going to kind of do like an airplane. Our arms are going to be out to a T again. Feet are nice and wide. You're going to keep your arms open as you twist as far as you can over to the left. And then you're going to go to the other side. Twist over to the right. Keep the arms wide. For 2. Switch. 3. Switch. 4. Switch. 5. Switch. 6. Switch. 7. Switch. 8. Switch. 9. One more. 10. Good. All right. Reset. One more mobility challenge. We're going to do a little bit of a shoulder and side body stretch. You're going to take your right arm, reach it up and over. Use your left hand to grab the fingers and pull it over to that left side. You're getting a nice side body stretch. And then you're going to shake it off. Switch. Left arm over. Use your right hand to pull the fingers over. Feel that stretch. Good. That's 2. Switch again. 3. Switch. 4. Switch. 5. Switch. 6. Switch. 7. Switch. 8. Switch. 9. Switch. 10. Excellent. Shake it off. All right. So now we're going to get on the floor. So you can move your chair out of the way unless you need it to get down on the floor, which I'm going to show you what that looks like. But if you have a mat, I would go ahead and lay that out now. And if you haven't gotten on the floor in a while, that's totally fine. What you're going to do actually is you're going to take the chair and place it on your mat. You're going to come to the front of the chair. You're going to take both hands, place them down onto the seat of the chair. Step one leg back, drop the knee down, step the other leg back. Okay? That's the way to get down using a chair if you're not comfortable getting down without it. Then you can move it out of the way. And we're going to get into our hands and knees power moves. So our hands and knees power moves, we still got to do 4 different ones. So we're going to start off with our power up. So we're on hands and knees. You're going to take 2 big steps back with your hands so that you're closer to your knees. You're going to bend your elbows, drop your chest down towards the mat, and kind of like a spring, you're going to push off and come up nice and tall, squeezing the glutes. You're staying as tall as you can. This is our power up, working on that posture for 1. Come down and up. 2. Down and up. 3. Down and up. 4. One more. Down and up. 5. Usually we'll do more repetitions, but for the sake of time in the webinar, we're going to cut them short today so we can get through everything. Now, go back to hands and knees. We're going to do our power rock. So this is working on our weight shifts. So if you know in yoga, child pose, this is what we're going to start in. You're going to sit your heels or your butt back onto your heels. Your arms are stretched out in front of you. And you can drop your head down if you can. So your bottom is trying to touch your heels, your arms are stretched out in front of you. Now for our power rock, working on that weight shift forward and back. You're going to shift your weight forward onto your hands, slowly drop the hips down, elbows straight, looking forward, chin off the chest. Good, that's our full rock. You're going to rock it back, hips back, and then come forward again for 2. Rock it back and forward. 3, back and forward. 4, back and forward. 5, excellent. Reset. We're going to hands and knees still. We're just resetting our position. We're going to do our power twist next. So our power twist, we're going to split it up. 1, we're going to do 5 on the right, 5 on the left. Our power twist helps with the flexibility, stretching out our spine. I also feel a good shoulder stretch too for this one. So you're going to take your left hand. You're going to thread it under your right arm. Bring the left shoulder down to the floor if you can. My head is also relaxed down. I'm getting a nice stretch in the back and the shoulder. With the left hand, you're going to thread it out and you're going to reach up. So it's the same arm that's moving. You're on your right hand is kind of a standing. Good. Take your left arm, thread it under again, shoulder down. Reach up for 2. Under and up. 3. Under and up. 4. Under and up. 5. Let's switch hands. So place the left hand down on the mat now. Right hand thread under the left arm. Bring your right shoulder down. If you can relax your head, even better. Feel the stretch. And then reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Thread it back under and up for 2. Under, up. 3. Under, up. 4. One more. Under, up. 5. Excellent. All right, let's do our power steps. This is the last one we have to do on hands and knees. So you're going to sit your hips back and then push off, drive the right foot up to your right hand. So your right foot is flat. You're on both hands. Good. Then you're going to bring it back under. We're going to switch sides. Power step that left foot up towards the left hand. That's 2. Switch. 3. Switch. 4. Switch. 5. One more. Switch. 6. Excellent. Walk your hands back, and if you can, untuck your toes and sit on your heels. It's a really good stretch for your legs. All right. So we did all the power moves on hands and knees. We're going to work on one mobility exercise here, which we're going to work on crawling. So oftentimes we want to prevent falls as much as possible. But if you do fall, we want to be able to teach you how, at least know how to crawl and get yourself up closer to a chair to help yourself up. So we're going to just practice crawling. So we're on hands and knees. I want you just to crawl forward on your mat until your hands are off of the mat. Then now I want you to crawl backwards until your feet are off of the mat. Okay, so let's just go back and forth. Take this at your own pace. One thing I want you to notice is how big are your hands and knees kind of stepping here. Oftentimes I see very small movements, and that's a pretty good indication that that probably happens in other motions like standing, walking, and stuff like that. So really try to think about how many times your knees has to touch the mat in order to get to the front. For me, it was 4. How many times will your knees have to touch on the way back? 4 again. And maybe you can go bigger. Maybe you can step even bigger and see if you can get 3 until your hands are off. Or maybe 2. Okay. Moving as big as we can in everything we do. All right, so that was our mobility challenge in hands and knees. We're going to go to our stomach next. So you can make your way down to your stomach. All right, so on our stomach, we're gonna go through all 4 of the power moves again. Whenever I say reset on our stomach, that means your elbows are gonna be right under your shoulders. This gives you a really good purchase to prop up and activate all of those back muscles that are often a little bit weaker in Parkinson's. So we're gonna do our power ups first. We're working against gravity to lift our head and our chest up, working on that posture. So sink down, drop your chest down, elbows stay under your shoulders, hands are flat. Then you're gonna push your elbows and hands into the mat, puff out your chest nice and tall, power up here for 1. Let's do 5. Down and up. 2, down and up. 3, down and up. 4, down and up. 5. Stay in this power up position. We're going to do our power rock next. So you're going to take your right hand. You're going to reach across your body, kind of reaching towards that left side. So this is weight shifting over the left shoulder, left arm. Then you're going to tuck the right arm back under so you stay propped up. Left arm reaches across your body. For 2, switch, right arm across. 3, switch. 4, switch. 5, 1 more, switch. 6. So that was our power rock. We're going to skip our power twist here. We're actually going to go into our power step. We'll do the power twist last. For our power step, we're working on unweighting one of our limbs. So usually in seated and standing, we did our feet. On our stomach, we're going to do our hands. So you're propped up again, elbows are under your shoulders. You're going to exaggerate this. You're going to lift your right arm up and off the mat, lean into it, push it back together, and then left hand off the mat for 2, together, 3, together, 4, together, 5, 1 more, 6, together. Good. For our twist on our stomach, we're actually going to roll to our sides. So if you would join me, we're going to roll onto our left side. And we're going to do our power twist. So remember, this is working on our flexibility of our spine and our hips. So we're on our left side. Everyone think about their right knee. So that's the top leg. You're going to take your top leg or that right leg, place that right knee, bend it in front on the floor. You're going to take your left leg, it's going to be straight. It's going to be on the bottom, it's going to be straight. Arms are going to be pointing out at shoulder height, your head is relaxed down. You're going to keep your right knee in contact with the ground as you reach your right arm over. So your arms are kind of pointing in different directions. You're just feeling a twist in your back. It should be a nice, good stretch. Breathe here. We're going to do 5 together. So bring that right hand back to your left. Reach that right arm apart again. For 2, together and open. 3, together and open. 4, together and open. 5, excellent. Let's switch to our right side. So everyone roll onto your right side. It's a great mobility challenge for us. Good, we're on our right side. We're gonna do that same position, top leg bent, so left leg bent in front, bottom leg is straight, that right leg. Arms are pointed out at shoulder height, head is relaxed. Reach that left arm up and over. Feel that stretch in your spine. Maybe you get a chest stretch too, even better. Good, hands together. Reach it open again for 2. Together and open. 3, together and open. 4, together and open. 5, excellent. We're gonna go onto our stomachs now. So keep rotating until you're flat, not on your stomach, flat on your back. We're going onto our back. This is the last position that we need to do in order to finish all of the power moves in today's class. And we'll do a couple mobility exercises to help cool us down before we answer some questions. So we're all on our back. We're gonna start with our power ups first. So our legs are gonna be straight if they're not straight already. Feet are as wide as the mat. Arms are down by your sides. Palms are down. So the palms are on the floor. For our power ups, we're working on the posture. I also think of this as like you're puffing out your chest, you're being proud. So for our power ups, you're going to push your hands and your head down into the mat or into the ground and try to puff out your chest as high as you can. Be proud. For 1, and then relax it, puff it out again. 2, down. 3, down. 4, down. 1 more. 5, down. Excellent. Glue your arms to your side now. We're going to do our power rocks. This is our weight shifting one. This is a really great exercise if you're having trouble in bed, rolling over side to side. You do this exercise, you translate it exactly over to your bed mobility. You're going to take your right hand for your power rock. Take your right hand, reach it up and across your body, roll onto the left side on your left shoulder. Reach that right arm so far up and above, like you're turning off that alarm clock in the morning. Bring your right hand down to your side. You're going to switch left arm up and across, roll onto your right side. For 2, switch. 3, switch. 4, switch. 5, 1 more. 6. Excellent. Let's do our power twist. Arms out at a T now. Legs are still straight. Our power twist, we're still rolling side to side, but we're working on a clap as well. You're going to take your right hand, bring it over to your left side, roll to your left side, clap your hands together. And then roll to your back again, both arms open up. And then bring your left hand over for 2. Open, switch. 3. Open. 4. Open. 5. Open. 6. Open. Excellent. Last one is our power steps. Bend your knees. Place your feet on the mat. So knees bent, feet flat. I like to keep my arms out to the sides for support. So you can do whatever you feel comfortable. So for our power steps, we're working on unweighting one foot, placing it off the mat, and then stepping back together. For our power step on our back and our stomach, it doesn't seem like it translates to, oh, why are we working on stepping here? The reason why we do is we're resetting that sensory system. So the bigger that we move, the bigger we step. Ideally, it would benefit us when we actually go into standing and do our step. So you're going to take your right leg, you're going to lift the right leg up and out, place it off of the mat, foot flat. Then you're going to lift the right leg back together, and you're going to switch. Left leg off the mat for 2. Together. Right leg. 3. Together. 4. Together. 5. Together. And 6. Excellent job. We're going to do 2 more exercises that are mobility exercises. So we finish all the power moves. First one, hug both knees into your chest, nice and tight. You can hold behind your knees, hold on top, whatever feels comfortable. Just bring your knees into your chest and rock side to side. You're getting a nice low back massage, mobilizing all the muscles in the back. Good. Then place your feet down. Your knees are still bent. You're going to take your right foot, step it off to the right. Take your left foot, step it off to the left. So now your feet are wide. We're going to mobilize our hips here. So I actually would recommend your arms are out to a T because you want to keep your arms down on the ground while you let both knees fall over to the right side. Trying to get that left knee to touch the floor as best you can. Feel a nice twist in your hips. Then bring them up and over to the other side. Let them fall to the left. Good. That's 2. up and over. 3, up and over. 4, up and over. 5, one more, up and over. 6, excellent. When you feel ready, come up into sitting. We're gonna get up into standing. You guys concluded the power moves class. Ideally, the power moves class will actually be longer. It's a full hour long at Rogue online. But this is just a nice little glimpse of what it looks like when we have power moves with a theme. So the theme is mobility. So to get up, if you need a chair, pull the chair nearby. Both hands go on the chair. You're walking your knees close to the chair. Power step your right foot up. Power step your left foot up. And then power up into standing. Make sure you're balanced. All right. Let me go back to my lecture. I have a couple more things to share with you all, and then I will take questions. Excellent job. So come back up into sitting. Feel free to grab some water if you need it. So just to recap, we did our power ups in all the positions: standing, seated, hands and knees, stomach, back. This is working on our stoop posture, flex posture. We're stretching the front and strengthening the back. Our power rock is all working on our body weight to one foot to the other, weight shifting back and forth in different directions, helping to try to prevent freezing and falls. Our twist helps with our trunk rotation. It helps twist our hips and our shoulders. This will ideally help us to get in and out of a car easier, turning while walking, moving in bed, etc. And then our power steps are our transitions, really trying to work on completely unweighting one foot to transition the foot to another location, working on different directions of stepping. So that's what we did in standing today, helps with different things in life, on and off curbs, turning in place, like turning in the kitchen, stuff like that. So our mission at Rogue is basically to help support people as best we can, people with Parkinson's, with ongoing high quality evidence-based exercise, because what the research says is that people with Parkinson's need to be working out. And the one nice thing with Amplitude training, and you'll feel it after class, is that you feel looser, you feel better, you feel stretched out. And the one nice thing with Rogue in Motion is that there's a bunch of things that are included in the membership if you sign up. I have a free promo code for you all at the end of this video that I will show you. But you get unlimited access to live classes. So let me show you a little bit of what it looks like. This is our live class schedule. It's changed a little bit, but this is what it looks like. We actually have earlier classes now. So this is not the most updated one. But we have earlier classes that start around 7 a.m. Pacific time. We teach cardio classes, we have power move classes, we have boxing, we have speech, we have cooking classes. This all happens every week. We are live, one of us is teaching. So you can always come in. We're always here a couple minutes before, a couple minutes after, where we can answer questions. You can get to know other members. Other members are there to chit chat before and after class. It's a really great community. If you don't have time to attend the live classes, then we have unlimited access to a video library. So we have, I think, over 3,000 videos now of all the different exercise classes: amplitude training, boxing, circuit, high intensity interval training, cardio, anything that really you can imagine, it's in there. You also get to talk to just other members that are a part that all have Parkinson's. There's monthly membership meetings where Claire, the owner, checks in, sees how everything is going. It's a group of you guys, you talk. And then you also have educational meetings where we have a library where you can learn about everything under the sun about Parkinson's, and we do them every month, different themes. So this is what our library looks like. You can click on different ones. We have different themes. And then if you want to join after today's webinar, you will go to Rogue in Motion, the site, which I can copy and paste in the chat. And you choose the monthly option, and then you type in free month, not exercise 50, free month into the promo code. And that will allow you to have a whole month for free just to try it. I recommend everyone doing that, setting a reminder on your phone so that at the end of the month before you get charged, you can reassess and see if you liked it or if you want to cancel it before you get charged. All right, so we're going to have questions now. So I'm going to stop my screen. If any of you want to unmute and ask questions, I am here for a while and happy to answer questions. If not, thank you all for joining me, and I look forward to seeing everyone next month.